an exhibition called NAX, which is Nights in Berlin, which is Nights in German, which features an exhibition from one of the door pickers, bouncers over there in Berlin, called Mishka. He decided to put this great little photography exhibition together, depicting some of the faces who kind of pass through the hallowed doors of Berghain, and some people be involved in it. I think it's a good thing if you are just a regular punter, because this is the confirmation you need that you're a regular. I see that gets spoken about a lot on the Berghain subreddit, people saying, oh, what about regulars? If you want to know if you're a regular or not, did you get featured in Mishka's exhibition? Yes or no? And if you did, you're definitely a regular. If you didn't, unfortunately, you have to still work hard like I am to go as many times as you can and hope that maybe you get recognized. And the other funny thing about it, I was just thinking, I never knew who this Mishka guy was by name before the subreddit. That's been the really funny part about the social media and just communities online, and the interactions they have with places like Berghain, because there was a time when I was going to Berghain when there wasn't really a place you could speak about the club online, really and truly. I don't really think it existed. Maybe there was some people talking about it here and there on Twitter when I searched the term Berghain here and there, but there weren't many places you could actually go and speak about it. So when Reddit came into trend, and then obviously places like TikTok, you then saw a lot of people posting content around it on there and talking about it openly. And on TikTok especially, there's a whole entire generation of kids in there who don't really respect the no photo policy rules in there as much as probably my generation people do. So you sometimes will stumble upon people just recording themselves in Berghain dancing and shit, which is fucking wild, because if you've been in there, you'll know how that's completely frowned upon, because they don't allow it. They put a sticker over your phone, and they make it sure, if they know that you're a first timer, they let you know clearly. If you take a picture, you're out, and if they catch you, you have no complaints. But also, it's very well self-policed. The people in there make sure that if somebody's taking a picture, tap you and say, hey, don't do that, because I've been in there before, my first time ever going in there, trying to take a bump on a dance floor like you do in a UK club, and some random person's like, hey, we don't do that here, go in the toilet, sort of thing. And I was like, oh shit, because obviously how am I meant to know that that's a thing? In Germany, it's the first time there, do you know what I mean? Because there's no place to kind of get the information. Yeah, anyway, let's continue. So this is obviously gives you some background courtesy of Flaunt magazine regarding the exhibition. Then we're going to go through some pictures I've seen on the old Instagram. It says Berlin's a city known for its rich history, vibrant art scene, and legendary nightlife, is a melting pot of creativity and expression. Amidst the historic streets and the modern architecture, the underground techno culture thrives, giving birth to a unique way of life. Photographer and Berghain bouncer Mishka Van Heinel, name Fang Heinel, takes us on a captivating journey into the world of its solo first portrait exhibition called Nax, a glimpse into Berlin's club culture, debuting at the Act Berlin during Berlin Art Week. Mishka, a dual identity as a bouncer and a photographer, might seem a little bit unconventional pairing, but for him, it's a harmonious blend that contrasts in worlds. He describes it as a balance between the loud, the bustling realm of the nightclub and the serene solitude of the capturing moments through his lens. The balance culminates in Nax, where his photography transcends documentation and becomes an immersive artistic expression. The exhibition, which starts with an exclusive vernissage, whatever that word is, on September the 13th, and it ends with the public on the 17th, and features 175 portraits of personalities from the Berlin techno scene. That's incredible. 175 people. You're definitely a regular. If you're in a 175 group, you're definitely a regular. Like what Joe Rogan said about their LA comedians, you're part of the 1000. You're definitely part of the hallowed 175. I wonder what the amount is for the actual global scene of heads that go to techno parties, because I know a couple of them on my Instagram who I kind of know loosely. I wouldn't call them close friends, but they're kind of my Instagram friends. And they go to like raves all over the place. They go to festivals all over the place. A few of them went to flipping Drake Mola Festival, which I'm pissed I didn't go to this year, but I'll be there for sure next year. But I wonder what that global community of people is. The people who are on Telegram groups, who are discussing stuff on Reddit, who go and travel to specific festivals, who go to specific places around the world, specific club nights and shit. How many of us are there really who talk about it to a level of detail that I talk about it to, and it's just a bit lame, but whatever. I wonder how many there is of us in total. Is there probably 1,000? Is there maybe more than 1,000? because I think it's a very small amount. I think the actual general normie consumer of this sort of stuff, right? The person that just goes to Berghain because they saw it in Vice magazine or some shit back in the day, I think those people are definitely in the majority. I think the global, amount of heads and regulars, quote unquote, or wannabe regulars, is definitely within the 1,000 mark. Maybe 1,000 to 5,000 around the world, in my opinion. I'm not too sure. Let's continue. Displayed against the concrete walls of the Act Berlin place, these portraits are printed on brushed aluminium, a choice made for its unique ability to render images without reflections. The deep velvety blacks and enhanced contrast draw viewers in with the image, replicating the dynamic interplay of light and shadow found in the city's techno clubs. I love that, to be honest. Using aluminium as a canvas is fucking incredible. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Mishka's artistic vision of Nax beautifully encapsulates the essence of Berlin's techno culture. The quote says, "In the sea of dancers, you first see the crowd, but as far as you look, you see individuals, characters and faces come to life. Nax mirrors this crowd, blending everything yet revealing glimpses of distinct movements and faces in individual portraits." In a unique twist, the exhibition includes video format portraits displaying a 7-meter high screen in the venue's cinema. Alongside these visuals are personal notes and interviews from technology legends like Len Faki, Ben Clock, Patrick Mason, and offering a glimpse into the future of digital art and a new artistic expression. These video artworks are available through Beatport's new digital marketplace, Beatport.io, with Nax serving as inaugural digital collectible. I'm actually surprised Patrick Mason hasn't played at Berghain yet. It's actually quite surprising, considering how much he's kind of blown up over the last few years, considering his style, his appeal, how popular he is in general, and the fact that he's been able to, I feel like he's been able to balance the high and low really well. I think I saw somewhere, no, actually I posted on my account how one time, I think it's been 3 years actually. I think, no, is it less than 4 years or whatever? Let's say it's within a 5-year range. He's been able to go from playing at Whore in that, on live streaming place, all the way to doing a stage at Tomorrowland. That's how quickly his career transcended. But I don't think he's also sold out. I don't think he's kind of got corny or cheesy. If you never liked him from the beginning for his dancing and his eccentric behavior and shit, you were never going to be a fan of him anyway. But I think if you just watched him as from afar, you can definitely tell, or definitely say with some level of certainty, that he definitely hasn't sold out. I don't think so. He's still the same DJ and artist that he was when he started. He's just doing it on a bigger scale. So it's been actually quite impressive the way he's been able to do it. So considering the other people they have who fit the same sort of mold, kind of like a Daria, I think plays similarly to him. I don't think it's a problem why he shouldn't go there. He's not, he's good enough to play there. Obviously, technically as a DJ, I think it's surprising he hasn't been able to play. And actually, you know what? I'd actually prefer to see him play there because I'd want to see him play a longer set of that type of music. I know he can do it because he'd be on live stream. That's the thing. I remember tuning into his Instagram live streams during the fucking lockdown and shit, and he'd be streaming from his house somewhere, just doing his thing, enjoying himself, having an absolute blast. So I know he can do longer sets, but I'd like to see what he'd be able to pull out of his bag doing longer, Berghain like sets, like 4+ hours. That would actually be a pretty good thing to see, actually. And maybe you might develop a whole entire side for him as well as an artist, because he maybe just gets booked to play these gigs around the world where it's always 2 hours, minimum 2 hours or maximum 2 hours. Let's see what's going on. But anyway, that was it. You see it there. Nax is not just Nax is not just a art exhibition. It's a multi-sensory journey that bridges the gap between visual art and electronic music, making it an unparalleled event in the Berlin Art Week lineup. It invites a discerning audience to transcend the art world and experience a vibrant culture that defines Berlin. So let's obviously check out some of the videos and images of what happened over there, as we can do over here with Instagram. So thank you, Instagram, for the location feature, because you can just check Wagwan based on that and see what all these Berlin hipsters and art folks were doing out there and how it looked. So let's have a look and take this butchers of what happened. So here's a few pictures and videos from a person as well, uploading some of the installation pieces, I think, with the videos playing and shit, which looks pretty cool. We continue over to some new ones. We see a picture here of Ricardo Villalobos. I'm not too sure who this guy is, or that guy, or this guy, or that person, or that person. Gerd Jansen, big up my guy Gerd Jansen there, looking absolutely incredible. Big up the geography DJ teacher of the world. Love him, love a bit of Gerd. This young gentleman here went as well. No further picture of the exhibition. Let's see a picture of the exhibition. The actual space itself looks fucking beautiful, right? That cylindrical staircase right in the middle with a tree billowing out from it is fucking beautiful. Really, really photogenic place. We've got obviously Mishka, one of the ball pickers there at Berlin, there on the Berghain side to the left. I'm not too sure if that's I don't know if that is, I don't think that's the person I'm thinking about the back here in the picture, but yep, we got him there, next to Talisman. So we continue here again. We've got a logo or a banner here of the exhibition itself next on the outside. I love the red and black, actually looks pretty cool. Cool font choice as well. We continue here. We see all the portraits hung on the walls, which look really good, to be fair. Printed on aluminium, black and white pictures. He's actually a really good photographer, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. If it was me and I got to use these pictures, I'd want to use them straight away as things to use for press shots and shit. So these look really cool. We got more pictures of the trees, the actual building itself, installation, more so installation pieces. So yeah, it looked really fun exhibition. It's a shame that you probably won't be there whilst I'm there to kind of see it, but it does look like a really fun exhibition. You'd imagine they probably throw a good private view in Berlin, right? They've got, you know, it's the home of techno, it's the home of party, so you'd imagine they probably are really good at throwing fucking private views. Oh, that's the person that actually took the picture of, right? His name is Alexander. So his caption says as follows: I remember Mishka since he started working at Berghain door about 12 years ago. I'm so excited to be a part of this NFT project and exhibition and the two opening parties with Len Faki and Ben Klock. The portrait printed on metal is selling for 5k. Apparently somebody already reserved it. Amazing. So big up him. Well done him for being featured on it. That's pretty cool, to be fair. So big up Alexander. We move on from that one. We have an image for this person as well. Let's see what they saw inside. We got the banner on the outside, Berlin Art Week. We've got a picture here of Arm. Well done. We got more images on the inside of Berlin. Okay, nothing else of Nax Berlin, but we continue. Oh, it's actually a Nax Berlin Instagram account. Let me actually go back to that. I didn't know it was an Instagram account. Maybe the Instagram account will have actually more pictures. Let's open that in a new tab. But yeah, we continue and see if there's anything more people are featured here. Hold on, I think I skipped somebody here, right? There was a girl here I saw. Did I skip somebody? See if she's got any pictures on here. This young lady, what does she have when she was there recently? Just selfies? Okay, cool. You look cool and cute. Keep doing your thing. Let's continue here. Who else has got something? Let's see if there's any more banners, more pictures of the flyer itself. Another person who got a picture taken of them. This person's called Modelo, I think, on Instagram. They look really cool here as well, so big up them for being featured. That's a pretty cool honor to see, to be honest, and see how much you probably go for in terms of price range. But it does go on auction. You got more images here of the guy that got featured before. Let's continue on and let's see some more video feature. Okay, this is courtesy of their account themselves. I think this is a video that I think I've got myself that I'm actually going to show you guys in a little bit. Here's some more pictures of it. This person's called Desiree. I'm honored to get a portrait and being a part of this incredible and important project by Mishka. It created because of a time where life seemed standing still, so many of us, a project for people to preserve the cup culture. Okay, cool. This was obviously done during the pandemic. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then. More pictures of the inside. This is a person called Sasha. I guess it's the person who was featured here on the picture with the mustache. Kind of looks similar to a bit like Boris. Another person. So all these pictures are going to be cool. That's the thing about it. He's created these images to be sold as NFTs or as artworks, but they're also going to live on in infamy because the people who have been featured are going to be using them forever, which I would, right? I'd have them plastered everywhere. If I had somebody kept to Berghain taking my picture, I'd have them everywhere too. Another person called Candid. You got their picture taken. You've got another guy we featured before. He continues on. Anything more we got here? Nope. And then of course more images on the inside. But then we're going to go to the video that I kind of ripped from their YouTube that kind of speaks about it. Let's actually check the Nax Berlin Instagram page just in case there's anything that I missed. There's 60 posts here. Anything about what happened on the evening? Not really. Just pictures, people that are featured on there. That's pretty cool. You see everybody that's been featured on there has been listed down here, right? Can we see that? Let's actually go through who they are and see Wagwan. So thrilled to see it's usually hidden. So this is a person called Joseph Finberg. So thrilled to see this usually hidden part of our lives living a lasting trace. Thank you, Mishka. Next person here is a person called Eton's Formidable. Very happy to be part of among the many faces I've spent a decent amount of Sundays together with. Thank you, Mishka. Another one says, so grateful to be part of the project again. Everyone's grateful to be part. I want to hear somebody make a really big long essay about why they're happy about being part of it, because people that go Berghain and love going to that sort of space love to really eulogize about that space and how it's changed their lives. I want a big fucking paragraph. We don't see it. Everyone's kind of being cool and too cute, but yeah, I want a really good soppy paragraph. Okay, that's not loads of hashtags, not a big soppy paragraph. I want a soppy paragraph. Okay, it's probably a good longer one. Nearly 1 year ago on my 50th birthday, Tom and I felt very humbled to have been photographed by Mishka for a series where he pictured regular guests from his second job as Berghain bouncer. The exhibition will be open this week for everyone who is interested. Really happy to be part of this. Okay, that's really sweet. Yeah, so I like the range of people he's fucking featured. To be fair, I think that's one of the things that I kind of hoped would happen as a resurgence. I think that's one thing that sort of like let most of our scenes down, especially in London. And I think Berlin is basically getting to that sort of place where everybody that's kind of going out is within the same sort of age range in terms of like, you know, just trendy, cool people. I feel like the Berlin that I went to, or that I first started going to in the mid 2000s, whatever, there was a lot more range. You'd go out in clubs and you see like people in their early 40s, 50s and shit, as well as teenagers. Nowadays, I feel like everybody's kind of the same age, or at least acts the same age. So it kind of creates a weird atmosphere, on the dance floor. But I do like that this photo series actually does, you know, show us that kind of niceness on there. Oh, that's that DJ, right? That I forgot his name. He's got an Instagram sucks, but yeah, his actual DJ name is Vincent Newman. So he's there. So big up Vincent Newman. And yeah, many other people there featured, as you can see. Really cool to see. Okay, this is a good paragraph we got here. This person's called Ivard, right? Ivard. Oh, I like their tattoo. Is that a tattoo on their right arm? That's really cool. It looks like a brush stroke that goes from underneath their armpit all the way to their wrist. That's really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Hope it is a tattoo. That's a really cool style. So anyway, their caption says, "Is it me? It is me through the lens of Mishka, who is not only a talented photographer but also one of the persons my paths cross so many times with on early Sunday mornings at the door at Berghain. 1 year ago, while being back in Berlin, I heard that his idea of exhibition and it resonated with me a lot. Visiting his studio, getting to know more about his background, talking about meaning of nightlife in a global context, and understanding how important the fragile it was, it made me feel even more proud on how much we have. That exhibition will be open this week to everyone who's interested." That's pretty cool. I wonder if there's many people featured in this exhibition who've been denied entry by him. Imagine him. You know, imagine he's close enough to you where you can be counted as a friend to visit his studio, but then on one random weekend you go there, you catch him on a bad day and he doesn't let you in. That will hurt. I'd rush. That's why I don't like getting involved in the scene and being friends with people. I'd much rather just be denied as a paying punter than know you and have you say no. That will hurt my soul. Like I couldn't recover from that. My ego is just too fragile for that sort of shit. I've got way too much pride. Anyway, we've seen all that stuff. Let's quickly check out the video where some of them speak about it. It's got some flipping copyrighted music on it, but so what? Who gives a crap? Let's play this and see what I go on. I think this is Ben Clock talking about it. I ripped this from their Instagram, so it should be fairly decent. Let's play it.
His style of photography really leaves a lot of space for the characters to shine. Simplistic, but yet beautiful.
His first set playing changed his life. Me going there for the first time changed my life.
It's just the beginning of a complete new era.
That's why I wanted to capture the normal people, because if this, as I see normal, becomes understandable to others, they will understand why we do feel this way, why it's so special to us, and why it's always a pleasure to reach out.
Cheers to normal people.
Cheers to normal people.
I think that's one thing they do really well though. Like maybe it's because of the founders, because it's a bit of a faceless club and it's now changed. I think it's changed ownership a couple of times. I'm not too sure. I think one person who's the founder left and the original guy is there. Maybe other people involved as well, but it's still quite a faceless place. The only real faces of the club are the DJs and the door pickers or the bouncers at the front. That's it. But for the most part, it's very faceless. And I also think the bouncers, for the most part, are very like press shy, especially when it comes to Berghain. There was a long period of time where Sven, the most famous guy, he was very resistant or hesitant to talk about Berghain and his experience there and what he does. Like, he speaks about it more often now, but I feel like in the past he was very hesitant to talk about it. He wanted to push his photography more and just his own artistic practice and who he is as a person and his life experiences way more than he wanted to talk about Berghain. He didn't really want to speak about it too much. It was kind of like, maybe it was not the coolest thing to do, or maybe it just was something that he didn't want to speak about because he wanted to leave it to be a little bit sacred and secret. Who knows? But I feel like if that club was in any other place in the world, like if Berghain was in London, the owners would be like booking themselves every single weekend. We already have people who do parties now who book people just so they can throw them, just so they can play themselves, right? We have people now who have no business playing on the same lineup as, you know, people like Dixon and stuff playing on these lineups because they booked them, right? They booked some of the biggest DJs in the world to play. They bring them over and they have themselves on the lineup in big font. They don't even put themselves on there as like, you know, resident DJs. They just put their actual names on there. They give themselves a nice set. Sometimes they give themselves closing sets, so they get the adoration. So they stand there for the adoration that the headliner gets, and then they get to jump on the decks and play their own fucking top 50 beatport mix. It's fucking crazy. They'd be on fucking podcasts talking about how they designed the club and how everything was intentional and about how amazing they are. They would be sucking themselves off ad nauseum, right? Until they gagged, until they puked on their own penis. But those guys, you have to give them credit for, as you know, for all the complaints you might have about Berlin, for all the complaints you might have about Berghain. Let's be honest, if this club was in any other place in the world, anybody connected with that space would be waving it like a fucking flag. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't live in Berlin, so I don't know what's going on the ground floor. Maybe there are some bartenders and some cloakroom guys and girls who really flaunt the fact that they work there. But I feel like everybody that's worked there is very chill. I remember even once talking to someone randomly drunk, like really drunk and high when I was in there, and basically trying to get information about how it is to work there and shit, right? Bartender, and she was not having it. Like, she made it very clear that I was being annoying. Like, she didn't want to speak about it. It wasn't like, but you do that in a normal trendy bar here in London and they can't wait to tell you about how amazing they are to get it and how hard it is to get the job, and the fact that they got it, that means they're amazing. They will let you know. They will let you know. And I feel like the fact that they don't, and they kind of don't use it as their identity, or they just use it as a way to kind of signal boost what they already do, is really cool. Or maybe in this way, maybe Mishka he didn't even start off as a photographer. Maybe he found it as he was kind of, you know, doing that job. So that's a pretty good cool thing to see, that people are kind of working there and branching off into different things, or they're just not using the fucking thing, the fact that they work there, as a entire personality thing to kind of hang their hat on. And I think that's really cool to see, to be honest, because I know in London, if that happened, it wouldn't be the same. This is more of a look on the inside. Looks pretty cool, to be fair. The space is really amazing, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. It's like an underground bunker type of thing. And the spiral staircase, the fact that it looks like it's inside but it's outside. I actually love the space itself. It's a shame that it won't be there when I'm there in October, but hey, what can you do? I know this is tied into Berghain, but I have to be honest. I think when I do my exhibitions, I don't think I'm ever going to have a DJ playing. DJ obviously for the after party, but I don't feel I have a DJ playing at the exhibition itself. I think there's something always weird whenever there has, because there's something happens a lot in London. At our private views, they'll have DJs in the corner playing during our private views. And I never really understood the function of having a DJ at a private view. Can you just have a good soundtrack playing in the background, or a good DJ mix playing in the background, or a good playlist to set the mood, or just have no music and just have the music be at the after party? You could easily just roll in a flipping, you know, a rig with already a setup already there and get the audio, all that stuff done within half an hour to an hour if you want a DJ to kind of play at your after party. But I don't think those sort of spaces really lend to having a DJ. I think it sort of disrupts the flow, that there's somebody there performing. I think you're already there to see the quote unquote performance, which is the pieces of art that hung on the wall, and engage with that with your fellow person that's there, and just absorbing with your eyes and your ears and your touch, your smell, whatever, all these sensory things that we have. Then also having somebody performing who's sort of vying for your attention, it just takes away from the artwork on the wall. It's just always been a little thing that I've not really liked. And this is coming from somebody that's a, you know, obviously a DJ. I obviously love raves, obviously like going to festivals and shit myself. So it's not like I'm not opposed to seeing that, but it's just, I feel like in that sort of space, it's not needed. In the same sense that I don't think it's good to have DJs in restaurants. Like there's one called like, what's that thing called? Meat Liquor. That's in obviously all across London, and they have a DJ like in a cage, like sort of like a old school, what's it called, the Cause location, like in a sort of cage upstairs, the DJ playing as you're fucking eating your double cheeseburgers. I don't understand that. You can still have the same effect by having a playlist playing without having somebody above you vying for your attention, singing and shit. It's just odd. It just puts you off a little bit. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I think maybe my experience of going and playing at bars and cocktail bars and pubs as a DJ for 150 euros and shit, which is really embarrassing, but you know, that's how you learn. I remember going to those kind of places and feeling instantly like no one wants me to be here, so I'd kind of, you know, change my style of playing based on my environment. But I remember thinking, this is not really necessary. You don't really need to have a DJ in a bar that doesn't really call for having a DJ. You could just have a really good dance floor and maybe have somebody, maybe what you could do as in a pub or a bar is you could have a DJ turn up at like 12, but no one's going to do that because it's going to, you know, there's no point paying a DJ $100 to pay for to 12. But I think maybe a DJ that comes in from 12 when all the people that wanted to just have a pint and relax have gone, and the ones who are staying from 12 want to, you know, get a little bit loose, get a little bit crazy. That might make more sense. But having a DJ in an art gallery, I think, really defeats the purpose of an art gallery or an art exhibition of any time, shape or form. I even would go as far as say maybe just have no music. But, you know, maybe that's a bit too far. But maybe having a soundtrack, a DJ mix, a good playlist might actually add to what's happening. But having a DJ there performing, especially a really famous one like a Len Faki or Ben Clock, it's like, come on, brothers, that's a bit too much. But hey, what do I know? I wish the exhibition went on longer so I could see it myself. It's not, but if you did get to see it over there, then congratulations to you. And I can't wait to go back to Berghain when I'm there again in October. Let's go.